The National Weather Service has issued an alert for your area.
Tornado track, GR2 3D street level radar activated. NWS and SPC severe weather wires activated. Facebook live stream activated. X Twitter live stream activated. YouTube live stream activated. Storm Track 360 studio systems activated. Stand by to go live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Broadcasting live from the Storm Track 360 studio located at the heart of the Arkansas, Missouri Ozarks in Harrison, Arkansas. The only local live stream severe weather coverage for the Arkansas and Missouri Ozarks with Tornado Track GR2 3D street level radar technology. Your Storm Track 360 live and up to the minute severe weather coverage starts right now.
A tornado warning is currently in effect for the Storm Track 360 coverage area.
All right, people, welcome to a live stream of your Storm Track 360. A tornado warning is currently in effect for northeastern Benton, northwestern Madison, northwestern Carroll, and northeastern Washington counties. A confirmed tornado is located 3 miles southeast of Lowell, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. Damaging tornado and quarter-size hail. Broadcast media confirmed. We did pull up some cameras. We got power flashes going on just north of Springdale near the Bethel Heights area just a few moments ago as we were hitting the buttons to go live. This is broadcast media confirmed tornado. Locations in or near the path of this storm include Springdale, Johnson, Elm Springs, Tontitown, Lowell, Best, Lookout, Cave Springs, Fayetteville, War Eagle, Beaver Lake, Monty, LaRue, Hobbs State Park, Clifty, Sonora, and Rogers. Again, a tornado warning. This is observed. A confirmed tornado has been on the ground. We're going to switch over to our GR2 tornado track. You can see this within a couple of shots here. This tornado looks like it went here just around the Silent Grove area near the Bethel Heights area, just northeast of Tontitown here. The rotation has continued on. This is tracking up here towards Frisco and Cross Hollow. This will be near the Lowell Fire Station number 41. This will put it near the Frisco Holiness Church. This is tracking off to the northeast towards the War Eagle area, tracking currently towards western Carroll County, eastern Benton County area on the current tornado track. Let's go ahead and check. We've got a update coming in here. They are advising the tornado warning for northwestern Washington County has been canceled. The storm has moved out of the area. However, the tornado warning remains in effect until 1:45 a.m. for northeastern Benton and northwestern Madison and west central Carroll counties. At 1:24 a.m., a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 3 miles east of Lowell, moving northeast at 35 miles per hour. Hazards include quarter-size hail and a tornado. Zooming in here, getting a little bit closer on here, you can see the current path of this storm looks like it is, if you're in the Eureka Springs area, Holiday Island, Berryville. If you know anyone in those areas, if this storm does maintain the rotation, they do need to be contacted. It is the middle of the night, and let them know that a tornadic thunderstorm, we did have a confirmed tornado. We did get to see some power flashes on the iDrive Arkansas cameras just a short time ago. This tornado possibly has lifted back up at this time, but could come back down at any moment. So we do have a actually I need to change that. That is a PDS tornado warning right now. So let's make sure that anybody, let's just call it here, War Eagle, LaRue, Prairie Creek, here areas east of the Lowell area. Let's make sure that we are keeping our guards up, make sure that we're in our shelters. Let's make sure we're paying attention. Again, this is the Frisco Holiness Church. This is going to be the accident area, Frisco, Cross Hollow, Hickory Creek, Oak Grove area of Benton County. If you're in these areas, make sure you are, activating your tornado procedures at this time. It's early in the morning. Your mind may not be clear. Let's remind everybody what they need to be doing.
A tornado warning is currently in effect for the Storm Track 360 coverage area.
Reminder, when a tornado warning is issued, take cover. Move to a tornado shelter or basement. If no shelter is available, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris.
All right, let's go ahead and check and see if we've got any kind of a debris signature here. Let me switch back over here to our normalized rotation here. Let's switch over to our debris signature. The good news is that I'm not seeing a lot of debris signature with this, even with our trail feature. But we did see the power flashes, we do have confirmation that the tornado did touch down near Bethel Heights. We are still waiting for any kind of storm damage, any kind of information that might be coming in, some updates on that. So we will keep you posted. We are just, like I said, we're just standing by for a few more updates. The good news is the rotation, it intensified very quickly. And then it started losing its intensity. So, but these can recycle. So we're going to go ahead and keep an eye on it. Right now, the probabilities are back down to 16% on the storm, but it could be recycling. So we're going to go ahead and stay live. We're going to keep an eye on it. We are still seeing some strong winds here in this area. Approaching the War Eagle area right now. Coming up, this would be the, let's see if we can get a War Eagle Baptist Church. This would be the Piney Point Fire Department Station 3, right around Piney Point Fire Station 1. This will also include Piney Point Fire Station, Fire Department Station here just right off of State Highway 12. So this is the current general area right in here where we're seeing the winds, and we're going to go ahead and switch over to our... Let's go ahead and clear our screen and switch over to our GR Radar Omega system. Let's see if we can get anything on the velocity here. Yep, we're still seeing a little bit of rotation here. This is radar indicated still. So we're kind of seeing a lot of winds around that War Eagle, but we're still seeing a lot of that rotation kind of right in here. So we're still waiting for some more updates to come in. Waiting for storm reports. We did get the power flashes just a short time ago while I was waiting for this system to start connecting and get everything going. Hopefully everybody's got their weather alerts going tonight. So the last update came in about 6 to 7 minutes ago. So like I said, we're just going to go ahead and stay live. We're going to keep an eye on this. Kind of see which way it starts tracking here. This storm is tracking towards the Eureka Springs area, western Carroll County, eastern Benton County right now. I'm going to go ahead and add a few more frames on here. And you could see that hook was really pronounced there for just a few radar shots. Which we've been watching it when it was coming up on the Oklahoma line. You know, it kept having that look to it. A little after 1 o'clock in the morning. Still gonna see about tracking this and making sure it doesn't recycle again. So far, the good news is that we're not seeing the hook on the reflectivity now, and normalized rotation is definitely showing that it's still got some weak rotation there. I'm gonna go ahead and get a 3D scan pulled up here. We can kind of take a look at the cycle of it.
New tornado warning update.
All right, tornado warning for northeastern Benton, northwestern Madison, and west central Carroll counties is now canceled. The tornado threat has diminished and the tornado warning has been canceled. However, large hail and damaging winds remain likely, and a severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect for the area. A severe thunderstorm watch remains in effect until 3 a.m. for northwest Arkansas. All right, good news on that. Let's check and see. All right, that's for the Missouri area. Watching those storm reports. Well, like I said, we still have that severe thunderstorm warning tracking towards the Carroll County area. It's right on top of eastern Benton right now. Kind of got a northeasterly movement. Probably will be moving across parts of western Carroll County by Eureka Springs, and then moving up into what looks like to be Berry County and possibly over into Stone County a little bit later. So this storm did produce a tornado. We did confirm and see some power flashes just a little bit ago. We're currently still waiting to see if the National Weather Service gets any kind of damage reports that might be coming in, so we're standing by for that. Let me go ahead and jump over here to your track. Tracking towards Harrisonburg. No, Lisa, this is 70 miles to the west. And even if it were, we can't tell you if a storm in Benton County is going to hit Bergman or Harrison. You're thinking way too far ahead. As far as storms go, this particular storm, people get these. You need to stay focused on storms that are closer to your area.
Warning.
I mean, look how far away this storm is. I mean, look, Bergman is way over here, and the storm is way over here. All right, and it's moving off to the northeast. I mean, don't jump on a live stream when a storm is 70 miles away and start asking if it's going to hit an area 70 miles to the east. I honestly, there's no meteorologist or weather team can tell you that at 70 miles away. If we could, if we knew that information that far out, we would evacuate areas. We just simply cannot predict if this storm's going to hold together or track towards a certain community that's 70 miles away. So I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm just trying to educate you guys. When you hear tornado, I've had people jump on here with a tornado. It's in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and start asking if it's going to hit somewhere in north central Arkansas. We need to be more concerned about other storms that could develop. This is telling us that the atmosphere is active, and that it can produce rotating storms tonight, and the storm that's over here in Rogers isn't what we need to be concerned about. If you're in Boone or Marion or Baxter County, what we need to be concerned about is other storms that may just pop up in over a 5 or 10 or 15 minute period of time. That's kind of what the watches mean. It means that the conditions are favorable for storms to pop up, and start rotating and producing straight line winds and hail. So, don't drop your guard based on it being 70 miles from you. This goes back to why there's a watching effect. This is why we got to watch these storms. Now, as I zoom out here, you can see we've got numerous storms forming. We still got more storms down here coming up here just southwest of Fayetteville around Stillwell. So I mean the storms are going to be continuing throughout the morning hours, again throughout tomorrow evening, the overnight hours tomorrow night. We've been putting this out for a couple 3-4 days now. That we were seeing a lot of the models were showing that this was possible. Again, when we start seeing a storm, that's 2 or 3 counties away from you, I can't. There's no one on earth, or our technology wouldn't allow me to tell you that it's going to hit a specific community. If we could, like I said, we would evacuate those communities before the storm would get there. We just simply don't know. And I'm more, you got to be more concerned about other storms that could form. So, just trying to not only give you guys advanced warning, but maybe by watching our stream, kind of give you guys a little bit of a weather education. So when you have warnings in the future, you don't jump on and start asking things that don't really make sense and we really can't answer for you. I wish we could. Oh man, that'd be awesome. If our technology was to where I could give you, say, hey, you need to pack up your your bags. If you live in such and such location, a tornado is going to hit your area in like 2 hours. Man, I wish we had that technology. We simply don't. And I don't think we ever will. I just don't think we can predict, that accurate, where storms are going to hit. We just got to stay weather aware. I mean, the best what we can normally give you guys is about 15 to 20 minutes advanced warning, and that's when we're live on the air. And you guys, if you got our alerts, you saw how it takes a few minutes for Facebook and YouTube and all these social media systems to connect to our network and get the stream going and get the buffers, So, and that takes some time too. And I try to get on here as quickly as possible if I start anticipating some rotation. But in the middle of the night, you hate to jump on and say, look, I'm seeing some weak rotation. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Then people, they start getting aggravated and they start saying, well, you know what, this storm didn't produce a tornado. I'm just going to turn my volume down. I'm tired of getting woke up. And then that sets up a bad recipe for someone to get hurt or killed when the next storm comes rolling through in 30 or 45 minutes or a few hours. And now they've decided that they're not going to worry about it, and they're in bed asleep and the tornado hits. Mother Nature does not give a lot of warning sometimes. We do the best we can with the technology we have available to us. Back on our GR2, and like I said, they've canceled that, so let's bring that back down. I get to yapping and trying to instruct people to try to help them understand stuff. What do they always say back with Grandma when we were in school? Knowledge is power. So that's what I'm trying to do, is give you guys some knowledge. That way you guys can understand this a little bit better. We're still seeing that weak rotation around the War Eagle area, Piney Point Fire Department. It's right on top of you. Like I said, they've lifted that tornado warning, but they could still reissue it. You can still see this is what's called a rotation trail. The last several radar updates we've had, you can see that this is the current rotation trail. It's weak, but it's still there. And let's go ahead and pull this up and do a 3D scan on it and see if we can get a look at it. Blow that sucker up here. There we go. I was actually doing a live stream back when we first started last year, and we had somebody that was watching us on YouTube, and they were from like Ohio, and they started asking us if this tornado warning in Northwest Arkansas was going to hit Ohio. I was like, man, I wish I could tell you yes or no. I mean, the storm system's going to be affecting you in a day or two. I have no idea if this particular storm is going to affect Ohio in a day or two when it gets there. Hopefully not. But like I said, we're not trying to tease anybody. I'm just trying to pass along some knowledge here as you're watching our stream, and hopefully you'll learn a few things about weather and be able to better prepare yourself and understand what's going on when we go on the air. And of course our focus, obviously the threat.
New Mesoscale
The threat has calmed down right now. We're still going to watch it, but the last thing that I can do is start telling people that are 2 counties away what I think is going to happen. Our focus is right now. Where's the rotation at? Where's it going to be in 2 minutes, 6 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes? That's our goal here. Not is it going to be in Bergman or Mountain Home in an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, because I don't know. I have no idea if the storm would hold together. New storms form. I mean, look back here behind these storms. They just keep training. They keep forming. Like this storm here just southwest of Fayetteville here. It's got an 8% tornado risk right now. It's got a 64% high wind risk. We're seeing just some weak little signs here and there of some weak rotation, and of course these type of storms are gonna be rotating tonight, and hopefully we don't get another touchdown or tornado warning. But this is why we need to make sure we got our weather alerts on. We got shoes and clothes ready. We have a weather plan in place. Literally, you may only have a few minutes notice. I'm trying to buy 15 or 20 minutes for everybody when I can. But sometimes Mother Nature doesn't always have those signs, because our scans come in, they're 4-minute gaps. And a lot can happen, in between those 4 minutes. So we do our best to take the scans we have and the experience we have reading those scans and trying to interpret and give you guys to the best of our knowledge, the most advanced information we can for you to plan for the safety of you and your family. And now that warning's been lifted, so that's good news. Severe thunderstorm warning for northeastern Benton, northwestern Madison, and west central Carroll counties will expire at 1:45. The storm which prompted the warning has weakened below severe limits and no longer poses an immediate threat to life or property. So again, like I said, these storms, they'll cycle, they'll intensify. We can get some straight line winds. We can get some large hail. We obviously now, after what we've seen earlier, if you were on our live stream earlier with us, we had a tornado warning that was up north of our coverage area near Springfield, Missouri. I don't know if they've actually confirmed any damage with that warning. And now here we are, these storms as they've been tracking across, training across Benton and Washington counties. Now we've had a tornado warning here. So I think this is kind of what we're going to expect throughout the overnight tonight, different times tomorrow into tomorrow evening, the overnight tonight. So it's going to be a long couple of days. And like I said, once we get beyond Easter Sunday, I think we start getting into Monday, we're going to have a break again. We do have a special weather statement now that has went into effect for Berryville, Holiday Island, and the Eureka Springs area. They're advising wind gust up to 40 miles per hour. This is radar indicated. Looks like Rock House, Beaver Lake, Hobb State Park, Beaver Lookout, Bush, Pleasant Ridge, Urbanette, Berryville, Grandview, Oak Hill, and Eureka Springs. And again, now we went from a tornado warning to a severe thunderstorm warning down to a special weather statement in just a matter of minutes. So, I mean, that's how fast these storms can cycle with this storm system that's moving through. And that's not even counting all this training, the heavy rain we're going to be getting. So that's going to become a major concern, probably moving into later today on Saturday into Saturday afternoon. So that's going to be a big concern, because people, don't seem to want to, take that extra few minutes to take another route. They want to think, that water don't look too bad, and they try to drive through it. Next thing you know, their car gets washed away, and we've got a problem. So let's all pay attention to those low water crossings and stuff. Now, let me jump over here and see what I've missed on the chat. We've had some bad lightning, nonstop thunder and storms from Deb. Appreciate that update. Let's see, is Berryville under a tornado warning still? I don't know how far back this went, but everything's been lifted now, so we're in great shape there. All the warnings have dropped, but that doesn't mean that the storms moving in are not going to start producing something, because you can see down here near Stillwell, again, we've got this storm here, and it's actually a couple times, right there. Boy, you can see this one's wanting to get a little bit of a hook on it. Let me back that up just a couple of frames. Right there, if you guys will take a look right here, that's an area of concern. You can see that it keeps having that showing that hook potential. Let's back up another frame or two. Yeah, it's still there. Still, right there. So this storm tracking towards Washington and Benton County could possibly end up being our next problem. Right now, it is just a special weather statement, but we definitely need to pay attention. Looks like we got a new Mesoscale discussion. Let's jump over there and grab that real quick and see what the Storm Prediction Center is saying. Let me pull that up really fast here. There we go. All right, here we go. Mesoscale discussion. All right, areas affected: eastern Oklahoma, northwest Arkansas, south central, southeastern Missouri. They're advising the severe weather threat for severe thunderstorm watch 143 continues. A severe threat is expected to continue overnight from eastern Oklahoma northeastward into southeast Missouri. Large hail and severe wind gusts will be the primary threats, but a tornado will also be possible. Weather watch issuance or a local extension may be needed to the east of the ongoing watch near the 08Z watch expiration. Notice that'd be 3 a.m. The latest water vapor imagery shows a large area of convection located in. Now they're just going into all the discussion. So basically, what we're looking at here, see, this will likely support an isolated severe threat over the next couple of hours. Although isolated supercells will be possible, the mode may tend to favor short line segments, especially as instability weakens gradually. Large hail and severe gusts will be the primary threats, but a tornado could be possible with any of these storms. So they are now talking about, and if you're not very map savvy, right here is the Oklahoma and Arkansas line, and right here is the Arkansas and Missouri line, and Harrison and Boone County, if you know where that's at, we're right there. So obviously Springdale and Fayetteville's over here. This would be your Eureka Springs and Berryville and Huntsville area. Of course, down here would be your Jasper area, Marshall area. Over in this area would be your Mountain Home. Up here would be Branson. So hopefully that gives you guys a general idea on this outlook. So the Storm Prediction Center is still saying this severe weather threat will continue throughout the late night hours, and they are anticipating the possibility of issuing a new watch. So we'll keep our eye out for that. Let's clear that screen off. I'll put this back in motion. We kind of get an idea of what these storms are doing. This next set of storms that's approaching southwest Washington County. Let's see what that's saying. It's moving northeast at 54 miles an hour right now. So they're moving pretty quick. Let's see. Washington County broadcast media, power lines downed and snapped in subdivision. Possible tornado, time estimated by radar. So they're going to have a National Weather Service survey team, I'm sure, go out when it gets daylight and start doing surveys. So power lines downed and snapped in a subdivision, and they're advising possible tornado, and that's going to be for the Washington County area as that storm moved across. So that is our first official storm report just coming in, advising on that. Let's see here. Let's jump up. Quite a bit of chat up here while I've been covering all this stuff. Let's see what we've missed. Trish Brazel. I don't know what the deal is with the links. I've updated them, and I have no idea what's going on. We have our new system. We updated the websites. We had to put new links in. You can actually visit stormtrack360.com, and from our website, I believe everything's working. I was working on that earlier today, doing a lot of updates on it. So, I do apologize. We appreciate your interest in donating to StormTrack 360, and I hate that the links are not working right now. So that really sucks. But I think we'll have plenty of opportunity this weekend to be on the air. And like I said, between storms, I'm going to see if I can get this stuff working correctly. What a mess. When you start trying to add new features, it starts messing with all the other features, and you got to get everything to talk and play nicely with each other. Let's see, the area here around Eureka Springs and the Holiday Island area, and I'll switch over and let you guys look at what I'm looking at. We're currently taking a look at this cell, and it's showing 1% probability of hail, 2% probability of wind, and a 3% tornado probability. So storm is really starting to weaken. That doesn't mean that it won't recycle. So We're going to keep an eye on it. And then, I'm really more interested right now in this. Yeah, I mean, look at this storm down here just outside of Washington County, and you can see our coverage area line right here, the green line. So it's getting close to crossing over into our coverage area. This one's got an 18% probability of a tornado right now and a 78% probability of straight line wind threat. So definitely going to have to keep an eye on these storms as they're making their way into our coverage area during the overnight hours. Let's see here. Oh, goodness. Let's see. Tree limbs, leaves, and little light weight debris, no structure damage. And this is why I hate being in here by myself, because I'm way behind on y'all's chat. I mean, a lot of this stuff came in like 30 minutes ago. That's why I like having a team in here. But Sean Hardy is on a cruise right now. He left Friday. He won't be back for 9 days. Tanner's working at the fire department, and I've got nobody else but me, so I'm doing the best I can. I actually reached out to a couple other folks and just asked. I know you're not normally part of our team, but if you're interested, if you'd like to just come in and read the chat, man, that'd be a big help. And I didn't get any takers. So if any of y'all live up here in the North Harrison area and ever thought about volunteering with us once in a while, private message me, especially over the next 9 days. We may be short-handed. Of course, my focus stays on the radars and what we're seeing. And then, of course, I come back to your chat. And, of course, I'm running way behind, and I do apologize about that. So just, I appreciate your patience. Let's see. St. Louis. Yeah, that's nowhere near our coverage area. Let's see. Where was the tornado that hit? That'd be Washington and Benton County area. And apparently we did see some power flashes. And I was going to pull the video up, but I was more focused on where it was at, and instead of trying to pull up, a black screen with some random flashes of power. It was not too exciting to sit there and stare at a black screen with a little bit of lights flickering on and off. Let's see. The one coming over Berryville still dying down. Yes, I think we've covered all this. I think I'm way behind here. Train over northeast Arkansas in the Sharp County area. It will be coming towards the Sharp County area at some point. You guys are just outside of our normal coverage area here. You can see you're just right on the outside of our area. So by watching us, of course, because of the way they're tracking, you're going to get advanced warning as they're making their way across our coverage area. So right when they're crossing over that line there and to Sharp County, you guys will have some advanced warning by watching us. And then I'm trying to think. I put out a post the other day. Elite Weather, EW. There's something like Elite Weather. They cover northeast Arkansas and include Sharp County. So I would try to look them up on Facebook. I don't know if they're as detailed as we are. I'm pretty anal about having really detailed information about where these storms are at, what they're affecting, landmarks and stuff. I don't know how the other pages do it, but with me, I want to make sure you guys know that, hey, I know where that Dollar General store is, or where that fire department is, or where that Walmart is, to make sure you guys really know where these storms are at. I don't know how these other pages do it, so but they would at least be covering your area. Let's see. Is it true there was rotation 7 miles, 7 mil 3S of Eureka Springs? Well, there was rotation west of Eureka Springs a little bit ago over in eastern Benton County. It was from that tornadic thunderstorm that came through and most likely dropped a tornado and did some damage just a little bit ago, and that's why we went live. anything towards Springdale and Huntsville. I'm not sure when you were asking, but right now, Huntsville, you've got just a couple little cells here that moving through the area. Springdale, you've still got that training precipitation moving through. But, like I said, if you'll take a look at this storm here near the Steelwell, Oklahoma area, tracking towards Washington County, you can see it's really starting to intensify. We're starting to see some intensification on that reflectivity and seeing some a few little concerns with it. It's still at 18% on tornado probability and 81% on wind and 17% on the hail right now. I'm going to look on here real quick and see. And the biggest hail right now is along Highway 59. And I'm not familiar with eastern Oklahoma there. But we're getting really, really close to coming into Evansville there in southwest Washington County, and Dutch Mills, Morrow, Skylight, Clyde, Cane Hill, Lincoln, Prairie Grove. Of course, all those areas will be in our detailed coverage area. So we're going to be keeping an eye on these storms as they're moving through. Let's see. Rebecca, I'm not sure. That's at 158. You don't have to be sheltered
severe
at the moment as far
warning.
as rotation goes. You might need to here in a little bit, because this next storm coming through definitely has some concerns on it, but no warnings right now. Let's see here. We got a new severe thunderstorm warning coming up. Yeah, that's going to be that storm that we were just talking about. What are they advised? 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. See, the National Weather Service in Tulsa has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northwestern Crawford, Washington County, and northwestern Arkansas, and then, of course, Sequoia County and east central Oklahoma and southern Adair. So that's that storm we were just talking about, and it's running until 2:45 a.m. At 2:01 a.m., a severe thunderstorm is located 7 miles south of Steelwell, moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. Right now, hazards include 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-size hail. Right now, we don't have a tornado or rotation tag on this. It shows it's radar indicated. Maximum hail size up to 1 inch and 60-mile-per-hour winds. There are a lot of the communities affected. Shows Springdale, Wheeler, Morrow, Steelwell, Cane Hill, Winslow, Blackburn, Woolsey, Adair State Park, Lincoln, Bunch, Odell, Marietta, West Fork, Brushy, and Walnut Grove. So that is that storm that we've been talking about, moving out of the Oklahoma area, fixing to cross over into Washington County. They're going to be coming right up there on the state line here pretty quick. Taking a look at that radar, still seeing see a little bit of a hook here, still in that reflectivity. Like I said, there's no rotation tag on that storm. Let me jump over here on our north. Yeah, so let me see if I can. I'm going to split this screen real quick. Then I'm going to bring you guys over and show you guys kind of what I'm talking about on here. Let me get this set up for you. So right there. All right. So let me jump over here and show you guys my concerns. So to kind of give you a point around, this is called our dual screen. And you can see that on the right side, there's that severe thunderstorm warning. Looking at the reflectivity, on the left side, it's the rotation. So as you can see, as I'm zooming in here, you can see that rotation coming up. See that rotation right there around Bell, and then you can see right here. I keep talking about that concern we're seeing with the hooks we're seeing in that reflectivity as that storm's moving along. So you can see literally as I'm zooming in on this hook, it's identical on the left side of your screen of where that rotation is at. So then when we're talking about a hook, maybe that makes sense to you guys. You can see that's where that inflow is. And again, it kind of did a little reset here, but you can still kind of make it out right here. So right there. And then this is the actual taking the precipitation away. And like I said, as I zoom in here, you can see it's literally coming right into where that hook is. So when we're talking about a hook, maybe that'll kind of, again, not only am I going to give you information, but maybe help kind of teach you guys to read radar a little bit, so when you don't have access to pull us up on a live stream, you can take some of this new knowledge you got and you can be like, hey man, I think I'm seeing a hook on this. I'm going to get my family over here and protect them from what could be a tornado warning here in the next few minutes because of what I'm seeing here on radar. So, not trying to keep it top secret from you guys. I want you guys to have all the knowledge you can to keep you and your family safe. I'm going to switch back over to where I'm going to go ahead and leave this one on. Actually getting a little weak rotation here around Evansville right here. So we're going to keep an eye on it. Let me switch you guys back on over here to our bigger picture here. Yeah, you can definitely see now. I think you guys know what I'm looking at. You see that random hook. That's that reflectivity. You can actually see it rotating as that storm's approaching southwest Washington County. Definitely going to have to keep an eye on that. So let me raise this up a little bit more. We're actually, and I'll switch you guys back over again, how I've programmed this system. You can actually see that this storm has actually triggered one of the rotation icons I've programmed on our radar system. So the rotation is strong enough that it's kicking one of the icons I've programmed on our radar on. So like again, no tornado warning, but showing strong rotation at 4,800 feet. And then it goes up to 67 and 8,600. So between 8,600 feet down to 4,800 feet, we do have some weak rotation. So, that rotation's, almost 4,000 feet from bottom to top. And that's what the radar can see. Because, obviously the radar beam can only see so close to the ground. But we are going to keep an eye on this as the storm is moving into Washington County. And I'll leave that severe thunderstorm warning tag up there for you guys. You can see it shows it expires in 37 minutes. We're still showing hail at 1 inch and winds up to 60 miles per hour. All right, let's see. Let me get everything reset over here on the tornado track radar. I'm actually going to zoom this out just a little bit more so we can keep kind of a bigger picture of what's going on. All right, let me jump back over here to your chat, guys. I apologize. I try to jump back in here. Actually, I think I'm going to start at the bottom and work my way up. What's the email to contact you again? I love meteorology. Absolutely love what you guys do. I'd love to help in situations. I'm right up the road. Jay talking. We're actually, the email, it's pretty simple. It's our name, StormTrack360, StormTrack360, and at gmail.com. And then we have studio at StormTrack360.com. So it's our web address, and just put studio, STUDIO, at, and that'll come right to us. Let's see, Rebecca, I'm here off North Main, right before Ark Colony. Be safe, Eureka. No, we don't want a repeat of any severe weather events for sure. Still looking through here. See this one coming up, the one to keep your eyes on. Everging okay, Missouri. It was everything okay in Missouri. Not sure what part of Missouri you're asking about, though. So we're just going to keep an eye on this storm. We need to take a quick break, you guys. I'll be back here in about 3 minutes. Stay with me.
Reminder, StormTrack360.com. Quickly send our studio storm reports with pictures and videos. Check live radar and regional radar that refreshes every 30 seconds. Check the updated Day 1, Day 2, Day 3 convective outlooks from the Storm Prediction Center. Quick access to StormTrack360 YouTube and Facebook channels. And quick access to support and donate. Bookmark StormTrack360.com on your phone today. Are you a big part of the StormTrack360 storm team? Are you part of the StormTrack360 alerts and communication team? Do you share our live streams? Do you submit storm reports? Are you part of the StormTrack360 monthly donate and support team? Thank you for being part of the team. Now you can show the StormTrack360 studio team and everyone in our community you are part of the team today. Order your logo shirt, logo hoodie, logo jacket, or logo coffee mug today. Reminder, $5 will go for equipment maintenance and operation costs on every item purchased from our online store. And thank you for being a huge and important part of the StormTrack360 storm team.
If you would like to be a StormTrack360 partner, sponsor, or show your support by donating, please visit StormTrack360.com. You can be a huge help with a one-time or monthly donation. Donation amounts starting as low as just $5. Our entire team are volunteers. Your donation helps us cover maintenance of equipment, internet service, radar data, website and operation costs of StormTrack360. Visit StormTrack360.com today. And thank you for being a huge part of the StormTrack360 storm team.
Live with GR2 3D street level radar technology, your continued live up to the minute severe weather coverage for the Arkansas and Missouri Ozarks starts right now.
All right, guys, welcome back. Sorry about that. Hit the wrong button. Nope, that was right. We were under a severe thunderstorm warning. Still watching that storm cycling there. Still got that hook right there too. Coming up on the Washington County area. Definitely gonna have to make sure we keep an eye on that. All right, I'm gonna reset the parameters on this stuff. Yeah, it's just not letting. I'm trying to get these links to make it easy for people to, click the support buttons and the different things, and I'm just having a hard time figuring out how Facebook and YouTube wants those on there. So I've reset them again. Took the HTTPS out. Sometimes it's easier just to kind of play around with them when you're live on the air and then see if the links allow you to click them. It'll take a few minutes for it to recycle and start putting them back out so people, and guys, you don't have to donate anything tonight. We're going to do this regardless, but if you happen, when the next set of those links start coming in, if they allow you to click on them, let me know. If you just want to just touch it and just see if it'll open the page up for you and let me know. And then while we're waiting for some radar updates along, I can be working on trying to fine tune this to try to fix it with all these new updates that we've got. You know, you're definitely seeing a really good hook. Look at that, folks, right there, right here on the county line. And, you know, I'll switch over here and show you guys what it looks like on our GR2 tornado track. You can see right here, about that same spot. And you got to think that reflectivity scan might be a few seconds behind the rotation scan, but they're pretty much right there on top of each other. If I turn on that reflectivity, you can see, you know, it's kind of right just south of where I circled there, but as the scan's coming along, you know, it's grabbing each product, so they can be running just a little behind each other. But definitely some concerns right here to be keeping an eye on for sure.
Warning statement.
Yeah, I knew the links wasn't working earlier. I just reset them. It'll take about 10 minutes, and then it should relaunch them again. I noticed that one for the pinned one here is not working
Updated
either,
daily
is
outlook.
it? How do we have that one set up? Stormtrack 360 donate. Okay, so we might have to try that. And it didn't work with. With HTTPS either. I have no idea. I don't know why they have to make stuff so complicated. I'm a weather guy. I'm not a computer technician. What was it? McCoy on the old Star Trek used to say, you know, damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer. There's always some little thing he'd always say where he says, Jim, I'm not this. I'm a doctor. I'm not a, whatever it was. I can't remember none of the exact lines. It was something like that. That's kind of the way I am. I'm not a technician. I'm a weather guy. But we'll figure it out. Still keeping an eye on this, like I said, looking a little further north. Those are just some special weather statements. Running until about 12 minutes for the Rogers area up around Garfield and Bentonville. Eureka Springs. Looks like that one's starting to weaken down a little bit. 12 minutes left on that one. Wind gust up to 40 miles per hour. See this one. Wind gust up to 50 miles per hour. Let's put it in motion, kind of see. Yeah, I believe that the sale that was in effect for Eureka Springs, I believe it's already moved up here into Berry County. I think we're going to have to reboot our Radar Omega system. I emptied the buffer at break, but it's acting up. There we go. Let's pull our frames back down to 7. There we go. Ozark's getting definitely getting some color in that storm as it's moving into southern Washington County. Still got that hook. Starting to see some hail with this one starting to pick up too. I'll let me update the so 232 at 42. There we go. So this is southwest Washington County. This is the hail core that's starting to form with this, showing 1.44 inches, so between quarter and ping pong ball size. And we'll put this one in motion. You can see it's been trying to build here. Start seeing it coming into the frame. You can see it's just some little hail, and then all of a sudden you can just see it recycling there and starting to intensify as it's moving into southwest Washington County. All right, let's go over here to our rotation. Still some weak rotation here on the floss area. Same thing we're seeing on our radar area. So I'm going to stop the radar. I'm going to put both of these radars on the same area here. So right here you can see that weak rotation right on top of floss. Now I'm going to switch over to our radar omega system. See where the hook is? Right here. I guess I could use a better color. No. Nothing really pops. Now black definitely don't look good on there, does it? There we go. Red looks good. So right here around the floss area. See that? And then whenever I switch over to our tornado track, well, I don't have the... There you go. So floss and floss. So we definitely got some weak rotation there that we need to definitely be watching as this storm's moving into the area here. So starting to get a little bit of a hail core building with it. And little bit of rotation. Keep an eye on this one. So if you live in let's say Winslow, let's call it Winslow, Wyola, Arnett,
Warning,
Brentwood,
statement.
you know, anywhere down here around this general area here, I would just probably wouldn't hurt to go ahead and have a storm plan in place, a weather plan in place. Be thinking about where you and your family need to go if that is our next potential tornado warning that could be coming. Like I said, we've been talking about this storm ever since it was in Oklahoma, and this is definitely trying. Hopefully it don't, but we're gonna go ahead and stay live, keep an eye on it. Advising the severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Adair is canceled. That's over in Oklahoma. Severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 2:45 a.m. for northwestern Crawford and southeastern. Had my phone on trying to watch the chat to see if I could figure out getting them links to work. 2:21 a.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm is located 5 miles north of Lee Creek, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. Hazards include 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and half-dollar size hail. This is radar indicated. You can see the polygon here showing the Fayetteville area right here near Elkins, Greenland, West Fork, Winslow, Prairie Grove, and the Lincoln area. And it's showing, okay, they got the tornado possible tag on this one, on this update here. I'll pull that up and show you guys what we're talking about. So down here, you can see it right here, tornado possible. So a tornado warning has not been issued, but we've been talking about that rotation and that hook. This is a note from the National Weather Service to us that, hey, we're watching that rotation too, and we're concerned about it. So that one's got the tornado tag on it. So we know the National Weather Service is seeing the same thing we're seeing. Yeah, it's starting to pick up. Let me run a scan here real quick. Yep. I'm going to switch you guys over here and show you guys what I'm looking at. This is that storm and I've got it running in motion here. You can see that yellow area. I went through and programmed to get rid of all the weaker echoes, and you can see as it's moving along there, you can see it kind of weakens and it intensifies and it weakens. And now since it's gotten up here into Washington County, watch how it's really brightened up right there. Even triggered one of the icons we have programmed on the radar system. Let's go ahead and stop that radar on that most recent update. Let's take a look at this in 3D. See what's going on here. Well, one thing about it, it's close enough to the radar. We can see pretty close to the ground on this one. Yep. You can see right here's your rotation. Right here's where the radar is shaving off. So right there is your... it's not a tornado unless it's touching the ground, but technically there's your rotation. There's your tornado spinning in the atmosphere between about 20,000 feet down to, what would that be, about 5,000, 4,000 there above the ground. See here, 85% probability of a tornado right now with this storm, 93% probability of high winds, and 38% on that hail threat. Right now, if anybody's living down here in southwest Washington County, this will be down around Skylight, Strickler. Looks like around the Cove Creek Church. Still showing between quarter and ping pong ball size hail possible with these storms. And go ahead and update this 245 at 39. Didn't move it much. What's the probability that's hitting the ground? One little spot here is about, well, yeah, it's weakened down. It's about 53%. Now it's went down to about 39% on the hail, so that's good. That's what we want. See the winds. We'll see we're picking up about 70 mile an hour winds here around the Blackburn area. Coming up on Interstate 540 here. Just west of Winslow. Looks like, let's see, what church is this? Blackburn Church, Boston Mountain Fire Department. So we're picking up some winds there with that. Still seeing that rotation there too. See, and you can see back here these little cells just keep popping up one after another back here behind these. And we haven't forgot about up here. You know, if you're up here in Berry and Stone County right now, you don't have anything going on, just some rain. We still have those special weather statements up here around Eureka and Berryville. Rogers and Elm Springs. Looks like these are going to... Okay, this special weather statement for Rogers expires in about 1 minute. And also up here in Eureka Springs. So those special weather statements are going to fall off the screen here just momentarily. Really, the focus right now is going to be right here around the West Fork, Prairie Grove, South Central Washington County. switch over to our, we can see a little bit of reflectivity or velocity here. Seeing some areas of quite a bit of rotation kind of throughout this storm here. And this storm currently still got the tornado possible tag with it. 1 1/4 inch hail possible, which that would be just a little over quarter size and 60 mile per hour winds. Is what they've tagged on this one for right now. All right, let me jump back over here to our chat. Feels like a tornado. Allie has shifted from years past. Yeah, definitely, Rebecca. I agree with you. Yes, but even in the valleys and hills, tornadoes can hit and cause damage. Yeah, the old theory of the tornadoes jump from hill to hill, yeah, that's false. Everybody go back and watch them old episodes of Storm Stories. They disproved that many times. And I mean many times. The only safe place to be is underground or in a cave. If all else fails, I'll go crawl in a cave somewhere if I'm out and about hiking or something. Yeah, I'm not scared. I'll go tell the bears and the snakes to scoot over. We're going to have to get along for a few minutes. Okay. Rogers area. Right now, it's that special weather statement has expired, but the storm on the move at the moment, and like I said, when you're asking, are you okay, or are you talking like over the next 30 seconds, or are you talking over the next few hours? Over the next few hours, I honestly don't know. We've still got more storms training behind these. But at the moment, Rogers, you are, that special weather statement has expired, and it looks like that this current storm may be going to stay a little south of you. But if you look over here, let me pull this screen down just a little bit. So if you look at the Rogers area, which is right up here, and right here is that storm we're really concerned about. But you'll notice that we've got some more cells right here, and they're all tracking basically right towards Rogers. So, we're not sure what those cells are going to do yet. All we can do is monitor them, each radar update, analyze them.
Special weather statement.
And kind of see what's going on. Let's see. We got a new special weather statement coming in. Let me clear this screen down. That's going to be for Stone and Taney County up here, looks like. That should populate here just shortly. We'll see what it's all about. Strong thunderstorms will impact western Taney, southeastern Christian, and southern Stone counties through 3 a.m. At 2:32 a.m., Doppler radar was tracking strong thunderstorms along a line extending from Reed Springs to near Kimberling City to 6 miles northeast of Urbanette. Movement was northeast at 50 miles per hour.
Warning statement.
They're advising wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour and pea-size hail. And like I said, that'll populate here momentarily. We'll get a better look at kind of where that's at. So you can see here that special weather statement's going to affect Reed Springs, Branson West, Kimberling City, Coney Island, Marion Woods, Forsyth, Branson, and Hollister. Again, that's a special weather statement, and that'll be running 40 mile per hour winds and pea-size hail. Movement was to the northeast at 50 miles per hour. Let's see, they got an update on this. Advising the severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 2:45 a.m. for central Washington County. At 2:33, a severe thunderstorm is located near Blackburn, moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. Hazards include 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and half-dollar size hail. Let's take a look. See, in that tornado possible tag, you can see it right here. It's still on there. So they're still monitoring that rotation. And this warning, this severe thunderstorm warning, you can see Fayetteville, Greenland, right here around Elkins, West Fork, Prairie Grove. And that'll be running for another 10 minutes right now. And I'm sure that most likely they'll be extending this warning further to the east-northeast. I'd say Hinesville and Huntsville. If they extend that severe thunderstorm warning, you'll be included in that next severe thunderstorm warning. I guess I'm going to shut those links off because I'm watching and they're not allowing anybody to click on them. I put them on there to kind of make it convenient for everybody, but if they're not going to work, then they're just annoying. We'll just turn them off. Right now, that rotation, and we'll switch back over here and show you guys an update on that. That's coming up here on the, what is that, Winslow? I couldn't see below that polygon there. So that rotation, and it has increased a little bit. You can see it's getting some more color to it around the Brentwood area in southern Washington County, south of West Fork here. This will be coming up on... It's got an 81% probability of a tornado, 89% probability of wind, 24% probability of hail right now, which I don't believe, that hail is really died down. Might be getting some pea-sized hail right now based on what the radar is picking up. But this is getting over near the Seventh-day Adventist Church, the Oak Grove School. This will be north of the Boston Mountain Fire Department. So if you're over here around Arnett, Wyola, if you're familiar with the Low Gap Church over here, that would be Parker Branch Road that runs through here. And then this will be US Highway 71. So that's the storm on the move right now. And then as far as up here near War Eagle and Eureka Springs right now, that storm is actually starting to show, it shows a 10% probability of a tornado, 31% probability of wind based on our settings. Turn on that reflectivity. Not really seeing anything of just really great concern. Maybe a little small hail starting to form with that one. Springdale, you're just north of that warning area right now. When that extends, you're going to be... maybe portions of South Springdale might be in the next warning if they extend it. Over here in Branson, Kimberling City, you still have that special weather statement. That'll be running for another 21 minutes. Just kind of waiting for some updates right now. Like I said, usually when my team's in here, they're doing a great job at watching the chat and kind of keeping things moving. But, as you guys can see, just me. It's just me. So you can see I kind of got a little clump of mess over here to my right side. That's for the all this new technology, notes and stuff I've made for the mobile apps and stuff. So, yeah, good times. All right, looks like they just extended. Let's pull it up here. Looks like they've extended the watch. Pull this up here. Okay, in Arkansas, this includes 3 counties, Baxter, Marion, and Newton counties. The National Weather Service has extended Severe Thunderstorm Watch 143 to include the following areas until 5 a.m. And that would be Baxter, Marion, and Newton counties. Also, Boone County. So Boone County, Baxter County, Marion County, and Newton County. The Severe Thunderstorm Watch has been extended until 5 a.m. See, yep, and they've populated that here on our map. You can see right here's Boone. They've added Newton County here.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
All right, we got a new severe thunderstorm warning to cover, you guys. Let's we were kind of figuring they were fixing to extend that. Let me jump you guys over there. I'll go ahead and start reading on it while we're waiting for the polygon to pop up here. I thought that it had populated there for a second. All right, there it goes. All right, looks like 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds are going to be possible. This is going to be running until 3:45 a.m. for Madison, Carroll, and eastern Washington County. A severe thunderstorm is located over Brentwood, moving northeast at 60 miles per hour, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and quarter-size hail. It looks like some locations include Hinesville, Walnut Grove, Carrollton, Rudd, Middleton, West Fork, Connor, Aurora, Alabama, Winslow, Wesley, Huntsville, Dry Fork, Woolsey, Elkins, Kingston, Forum, Coyne, Crosses, and Delmar. This also includes Interstate 49 between mile markers 45 and 63. And the tornado tag has been removed for right now, so that's good news. But we can kind of look here in this polygon here. You can see a lot of the communities: Goshen, Hinesville, Huntsville, and as we move up here, looks like Hugh, Green Forest, and a large part of Berryville is going to be included in this new severe thunderstorm warning. And as of right now, the National Weather Service has lifted that tornado tag. Let me jump over here on our tornado track and kind of see what my thoughts are. Okay, the probability of a tornado went down to 42%. Probability of winds are at 73%. So, but like I said, these storms they'll cycle up and down. So we just gotta keep our eye on them. And like I said, as these storms that look like these, if it were me, I would be making sure that I've got a plan in place. Where are my shoes? Where's my phone? Where's a flashlight if I need one to get out to my shelter, or head down to my basement, or go knock on my neighbor's doors and hope they're going to let me in because they have a nice storm shelter. You know what I mean? So let's try to make sure we've got a plan in place. We want to make sure that if those warnings get issued, or if we start seeing something that we think could be life-threatening, that you guys have a plan. I want you to have a plan in place. Let's see, this was the tornado that I was following coming into Arkansas.
Updated Watch County notification.
Just gonna look through here. Taney County, Missouri. Got some small hail I'm seeing. Tornado warning, Marion County, Illinois. Okay, obviously that's nowhere near our coverage area, but thank you. I love watching storms even though they make me nervous. Cindy Looney Lulu. I like your YouTube name there. That's cool. Let's see. We were coming into Arkansas on 412 when the first system went through Springdale. We were chasing it. Jackson Semmingson. Let's see. Going through here, taking a look. Oh, take a break. All right, guys, let me clear out my buffers. I'll be back in about 3 minutes. And thank you, Deb Johnson. I appreciate you reminding me of that.
Wherever you are, whether you're ready or not, it's coming. With the power to change the way you live. So you don't have to change the way you live. Generac automatic standby generators. Control your power, control your life.
Oh man, a flat tire. And the spare is trash. Man, I'm gonna be late for work.
My Cash Taxi.
What?
MyCashTaxi.com.
What's that?
Cash first, taxi and shuttle. They'll take you anywhere in Harrison for just $10, and they travel up to 150 miles of Harrison.
Perfect. What's that address again?
MyCashTaxi.com, or you could just call them at 870-955-2103.
Excellent. Thanks, man.
No problem.
Cash first, taxi and shuttle. MyCashTaxi.com or 870-955-2103.
If you need custom computers, internet service, networks, repairs, upgrades, or parts, Max PC in Harrison, Arkansas is your one-stop for everything computers. Check out their new location at 112 East Stevenson or call 870-741-1629. Max PC has the StormTrack 360 5-star approval for business excellence.
StormTrack 360 would like to thank the following for your support. Nate Wilson is committed to guiding clients through every step of their real estate transactions. Specializing in buying and selling homes, farms, commercial property, and investment property throughout Northwest Arkansas, Nate genuinely enjoys serving this vibrant community. Whether you're curious about your home's value or ready to start your next real estate journey, Nate is here to assist. Give Nate a call today.
DJ Duo, hold please. DJ Duo, hold please. DJ Duo, hold please.
Hey TKO, I just got back from doing a fun party. What's going on here?
Man, we're getting phone calls like crazy.
Well, you know why, right?
Of course I know why. They love us because we are the fun DJs.
And they love what we do because we love what we do.
We play at weddings, receptions, proms, reunions, holidays, and special events.
DJ Duo, the fun DJs.
You can give us a call at 741-5008.
Hey, I see you got some more calls.
DJ Duo, pizza? We don't do pizza.
Automedics Pro, serving the Harrison, Arkansas area for over 17 years. Call Mike or Will and schedule your appointment today at 870-743-4907. A healthy car is a happy car.
Live with GR2 3D street-level radar technology, your continued live, up-to-the-minute severe weather coverage for the Arkansas and Missouri Ozarks starts right now.
All right, welcome back. I'm going to jump over here, and I was looking at the energy grid while we were at break here. Let's see if I can remember which one of these buttons brings it up pretty good. That's actually pretty good. You can see here, looks like Benton County currently 447 without power. Washington County 1,620 without power. And back down in the Crawford County, which is not our coverage area, but 36. And currently everything looks good for Madison. Carroll looks like about 36 without power. And Newton and Boone and the rest, everybody looks like, well, there's one person in Searcy County. I'm guessing that's probably not weather related. So that is the latest on the power issues. Ooh, that was the wrong button. Boy, look at my eyes. Boy, they look saggy. You can tell I'm tired. That's okay. Not going to go to sleep and take a chance on somebody getting hurt with these storms. So, sleep later. I can go to sleep Monday. Keeping an eye on this severe thunderstorm warning as it's tracking through. Right now, 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Looks like Barry, McDonald, Taney, Christian, Ozark, Wright, Douglas, and Stone counties have also been extended on the severe thunderstorm watch. So it looks like that's going to be running for them until 5 a.m. also. I believe they've got that map updated here. Yep, so there is our current watch area. They've extended that until 5 a.m. this morning. Let's see, I'm just kind of looking there to see let's go ahead and zoom out here. I saw Jim Trammell's on here and he reminded me to zoom out once in a while so we can show everybody what the bigger picture is. And there is definitely still some cells back over here in eastern Oklahoma. Still training, kind of running along this same direction here. All right, what have they got? A flood warning going up here for, let's see, EAS flash flood warning. National Weather Service has issued a flash flood warning for Benton, Washington, Adair, and Delaware County in Oklahoma, and that's running until 7:45. So if you are in Siloam Springs area, Elm Springs, north of Springdale, Cave Springs, Rogers, Bentonville, Centerton, Bella Vista, over towards Garfield, you have that flash flood warning up and running until 7:45 a.m.
Updated daily outlook.
All right, while we're waiting for some updates, let me shut these warnings off. I'm going to go take a look at these models real quick and just kind of see what the thinking is. All right, let's see. The 06Z's, the most recent, and this takes us back to about 2 a.m. So this is about an hour ago, and for the most part, that was actually pretty close. Start moving forward here in time. Here we go. So there is 3 a.m. It's showing a pretty intense cell on top of western Carroll. Then around 4 a.m. looks like the line of storms will be stretching through Ozark, through parts of Taney and Boone, down into maybe Newton and Madison. And then it looks like over around Tulsa, a new batch of storms start trying to pop around 5 a.m. It starts working its way over towards Springdale and Fayetteville around 7 a.m. Madison County starts looking like it's getting some potential thunderstorm activity, or at least heavy rain, around 8 a.m. See, it looks like it's going to start calming down just a little bit, and then
special weather statement.
It's like boom, you can start seeing more storms forming about 9 p.m. Saturday night, affecting northwest Arkansas and southern Missouri here, going over towards the mountain home. It's now we're getting about a little over 24 hours from now. The 20th. So now we're getting into Easter Sunday. Severe storms about 3 p.m. in northwest Arkansas. Like I said, we just take this with a grain of salt, but supposedly by about 8 o'clock Sunday night, this is all out of here. It can't get gone soon enough. Let's go ahead and bring our system back online. Let me kick those warnings back on. There we go. So right now, if you're over around the Branson area, looks like that cell's kind of died down a little bit. Up here around the north central Carroll County, along there north of Berryville, we got a special weather statement for another 19 minutes there. And then we still got this cell here that has this warning generated. Be running for, oh wow, another 48 minutes. 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. And we are not seeing any rotation tags. So I'm thinking maybe we're getting back down to some general thunderstorms. Kind of thinking I may call this a stopping point for a little while and see if these storms will let me grab a nap. Like I said, I've got the studio system set up to trigger my phone alarm system. I got a siren system hooked up on my phone that sends a signal to when there's something that we need to get in here and take a look at. So, like I said, kind of a one-man band right now. The other guys have unavailability. And of course, Brian Wheeler, he did say I could give him a call, but I knew this was just going to be up and down, up and down, up and down, every little bit. It was kind of what was anticipated with the models. The main thing is with everybody, let's make sure that we've got our weather alerts on. You got your EAS alerts turned on your phone for the tornado warnings, or if we get some destructive severe thunderstorms. Like I said, we're going to have a rough couple of days. It looks like that this will all maybe be out of here late Sunday evening, Sunday night. But in the meantime, we're just going to have a lot of just random rounds of rain, flash flood warnings, and potential storms. Let me jump over here real quick before we jump on here and see what the Storm Prediction Center, if they've done any updates on the outlooks for us here. All right, so that's Sunday. This is Saturday. All right, let me get you guys over here. So here's our outlook right now. This is our tornado threat through Saturday, which is today, and it's looking like, and of course, this is going to be updated every few hours, but we're still in that low risk, but that we were in the low risk tonight, and we ended up with a tornado. So let's keep our guards up. As far as the winds go, severe winds, we're in the 15 to 29% range for pretty much our whole coverage area for the rest of today. As far as hail goes, 15 to 29%. And it's really looking like, okay, this is for Sunday. We have now, they gave it, we're upgraded to an enhanced risk for severe weather on Easter Sunday. Let's see, I think we're close enough now. We can get a look at what's going on. Okay, we are northern Arkansas, looks like 10%, 10 to 14%. So that's kind of a slight risk there for tornado activity for most of our coverage area. So all of our coverage area is primarily a 10 to 14%, and then little edges here, 5 to 9%. And again, that will be fine-tuned as we get closer to Sunday. All right, here's our severe wind threat for Sunday. We have pretty much, you can call it a moderate risk, enhanced moderate risk for severe wind. 30 to 44%. Again, that's on Sunday. And our hail threat, 15 to 29%. And like I said, the Storm Track 360 mobile app, if you jump on our mobile app, all of this information I'm showing you is on our free mobile app. You just click weather, and then if you're in Missouri, click Missouri. If you're in Arkansas, click Arkansas, and all these detailed maps will come up for you. We've added that to our mobile app there, so you guys can look at these anytime you want to. And like I said, these are updated pretty often, several times a day, depending on new information as the Storm Prediction Center and the National Weather Service offices communicate and feed more data and information into the system. Let's see. Could be active Saturday evening. Yeah, and Sunday too. Looking through here. Someone's still talking about Illinois. I don't know where we don't cover Illinois. So, all right, guys. I think that's good. I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to shut it down here. I'm going to take one more look at this storm. And if there's no rotation, I'm going to call this a stopping point, at least for a little while. And like I said, if it turns into, this is our rotation track right here. You can see where it started. You can see,
Warning statement.
Right in here, it was looking pretty impressive. And now, it's still got some weak rotation, but nothing that can really be drawing a lot of concern right now. See base reflectivity. Yeah. All right, y'all. I'm going to jump back off of here. We're going to see if we can grab a little nap here between these cells. Like I said, the studio system will notify me based on the programming I put in here. It's not like notifications on Facebook. It always works. So I won't be sleeping through anything. I'm going to go see if I can get a little nap. And it looks like we may be on quite a bit on and off for the next, throughout Saturday and also Sunday. So, hey guys, I'm going to jump off here. Let me see. I've got some messages coming in. Make sure somebody's not needing to have me pass along something important. See, trying to answer questions in your chats. Is there a way to stay live and have your radar live or refresh when you go take a nap? I can leave the system live, but the problem is the buffers are going to get full, and then the system's just going to it starts freezing up because we got to empty. That's why I take those breaks every 20 to 30 minutes. I have to shut those systems down, clean the buffers out, reboot so that they run good. They run fast. That's just the way it works. You guys want to download the mobile app. There are radars on there. They do loop and they do refresh. It checks for fresh updates every 30 seconds. Those are official National Weather Service radars, and they're great radars. I mean, we have them on our website. We have them on our mobile app. It's free, and that would be a great way to keep up with us. And I just realized I forgot to turn on our radio broadcast That's brand new. I'm going to have to put a note here somewhere to remind me to turn that on. A lot of new stuff. I'm one guy, one-man band here, trying to put on a whole concert with and play all the instruments at once. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys. Everybody try to get a little rest, stay weather aware, make sure you have a way to get warnings, and hopefully we can all get a little rest before the storms start showing themselves again. Everybody be safe. I appreciate everybody. God bless our community, and hopefully the rotation from earlier did not injure or hurt anybody. Let's all pray for that. We'll see you guys in the next live stream.
Your live and up-to-the-minute severe weather coverage for the Arkansas and Missouri Ozarks.